The year 1789, France. A date etched in history, a nation transformed. The French Revolution, a seismic event, continues to reverberate. Its echoes touch every corner of the world. This wasn't just a French affair, it was a global drama. It was about liberty, equality, and fraternity. It was about the rights of man, about challenging the old order. The revolution's ideals resonated far beyond France's borders. Across Europe and beyond, people felt the tremors. They dared to dream of a different world, a world free from oppression, a world where power resided with the people. The French Revolution, messy and chaotic, ignited a firestorm of change. From the blood-soaked streets of Paris to the halls of power, a new narrative unfolded. The revolution story is one of immense hope and devastating tragedy. It's a story of ordinary people thrust onto an extraordinary stage. It's a story of triumph and terror, of idealism and bloodshed. This essay will journey back to that tumultuous decade. We'll explore the key events, the iconic figures, and the revolution's lasting impact. We'll delve into the revolution's legacy. We'll see how it shaped modern democracy and continues to inspire political movements today. France in the late 18th century was a kingdom on the brink. Years of extravagance under Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette had depleted the treasury. The gap between the rich and the poor yawned ever wider. Resentment towards the monarchy and the privileged few festered. The peasantry, burdened by taxes, toiled to sustain a lavish court. The intellectual class, influenced by Enlightenment ideas, questioned the legitimacy of absolute rule. France was a powder keg, primed to explode. All it needed was a spark. The American Revolution provided that spark. France, eager to undermine British power, had supported the American colonists, but the victory came at a price. The financial drain worsened France's economic woes. Returning soldiers, inspired by American ideals, brought home tales of liberty and self-determination. By 1789, France was a nation in crisis. Bad harvests led to soaring bread prices. Hunger stalked the streets. The people, pushed to the brink, demanded change. The stage was set for revolution. July 14, 1789. A date forever etched in the annals of history. On this day, the Bastille, a symbol of royal tyranny, fell. The storming of the Bastille marked a turning point. It was a visceral demonstration of the people's power. The events that led to the Bastille's fall were swift and dramatic. King Louis XVI, fearing unrest, had amassed troops around Paris. Rumors spread like wildfire, fueling paranoia and anger. The people, fearing a royal crackdown, decided to arm themselves. They stormed the Hôtel des Invalides, seizing weapons and gunpowder. Their target, the Bastille, a forbidding fortress, a symbol of royal oppression. The governor of the Bastille, overwhelmed by the sheer number of revolutionaries, surrendered. The Bastille had fallen. News of the Bastille's capture electrified Paris. It was a victory for the people, a blow against tyranny. The revolution had begun. Across France, jubilation mixed with trepidation. A new era had dawned, an era of uncertainty and possibility. The French Revolution was a period of radical transformation. It was also a time of immense bloodshed. From 1793 to 1794, France was gripped by the Reign of Terror. Led by Maximilien Robespierre, the Committee of Public Safety sought to eliminate enemies of the revolution. Driven by a fervent belief in virtue and terror, Robespierre and his allies unleashed a wave of executions. Thousands were sent to the guillotine. Anyone suspected of counter-revolutionary activities, even on the slightest of pretexts, was at risk. The Reign of Terror became a symbol of the revolution's excesses. It showed how easily idealism could turn to fanaticism. The revolution, meant to usher in a new era of liberty, had devoured its own children. The terror ultimately consumed Robespierre himself. In July 1794, he was overthrown and executed. The Reign of Terror came to an end, leaving behind a legacy of fear and division. Yet it also demonstrated the revolution's unwavering commitment to its ideals, however ruthlessly enforced. As the dust settled after the Reign of Terror, a new figure emerged, Napoleon Bonaparte. A brilliant military strategist, Napoleon rose through the ranks of the French army. He seized power in a coup d'état in 1799, effectively ending the French Revolution. Napoleon's rule was marked by a curious mix of revolutionary and imperial ambitions. He preserved some revolutionary reforms, such as the legal code known as the Napoleonic Code. Yet he also crowned himself emperor, betraying the revolution's republican ideals. Under Napoleon, France became a dominant force in Europe. His armies marched across the continent, spreading the revolution's ideals, albeit at the point of a bayonet. Napoleon's conquests sparked nationalist movements across Europe. People yearned for freedom from foreign domination, a desire ignited by the French Revolution. Napoleon's empire ultimately crumbled under the weight of its own ambitions. His defeat at Waterloo in 1815 marked the end of an era. The French Revolution, which began with such promise, had given way to a new era of European conflict. The French Revolution was a watershed moment in world history. It left an indelible mark on France and the world. It toppled a monarchy, challenged the old order, and ignited a global movement for democratic reform. The revolution's legacy is complex and multifaceted. It enshrined the principles of liberty, equality, and fraternity in the political lexicon. It inspired countless movements for social justice and political change. It also demonstrated the perils of revolutionary excess and the fragility of democracy. The French Revolution's impact went far beyond its immediate consequences. It shattered the old European order, hastened the decline of feudalism, and paved the way for modern nation-states. Its ideals continue to resonate today, inspiring struggles for freedom and democracy around the globe. The French Revolution, with all its complexities and contradictions, serves as a powerful reminder. It reminds us of the transformative power of ideas, the enduring allure of freedom, and the constant need to safeguard the hard-won achievements of democracy.